Hello? Um, I think you can hear me now, right? But I have a few. Oh, it's working. Okay. That seems to be all fine now. Wait, is it? Let me check again. The audio quality is good. Okay, yeah. That was a bad start. I guess it's just OBS being weird. Oh, I did update it. That could be the issue. Just reset the settings. Nonetheless, welcome back. I'm gonna keep on working on the thing we did last time. Oh my god, what the hell's happening on Twitch? The Twitch stream is dying. The Twitch stream is still on the... What? um, are you good? Hello, Twitch? Okay. Seems to be fine. Yeah, streaming to two different platforms isn't really the easiest thing, or the most consistent thing, I should probably say. Okay, let's turn on some stuff. Go here and shuffle play. Okay, there's constant noise in the background, which it is capturing. Let me try to add noise gate. No, it's noise suppression. Bam. Okay, it seems to remove the noise now. I mean, not remove it, but at least make it better. Oh my god, what is going on with my internet? Okay, let me check real quick. Where's the internet? Here. Seems to be fine-ish. Why is this not working then? Okay, now it is. Okay. The music is here. Okay, everything is fine now. That took way longer than it should have. Anyways, last time, let's see where we finished off, because I really didn't do much, or some might say none at all. I got a system working with like terrain generating, the caves, to be more precise, being able to break stuff and place stuff down. Just very cool, I guess. So now, with this, let me see, what should I do? With this, next step, please, the thing that I wanted to do today, is the player. For that, I'm quickly gonna steal some code I wrote before. Let's go to here, CS project, and I go here, this, yep. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to have, it's gonna be way more consistent to have a content folder inside of my path instead of having to copy it over to every single build that I do. So with this, I can just create a new folder called content. And if I put, I think I already made a player sprite. Oh, it's player.a sprite. Wait, let me change it in a different format. for now, I'm just gonna save it as a PNG. Save as Blur Sprite PNG. Okay. Agree. Okay, let's see. How does it look? Okay, it got me 3 different files, which is fine. So this, let me now quickly close this. Right, actually not close this, put this into the content folder. Okay. Let's create a public class real quick. Call it Blair. An entity component system I am going to be doing later. For now, I'm just going to do everything in different classes. Oh, hello, Xykos. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. That seems like a very interesting name. So the class, I'm just going to put a texture on it. For now, it's not going to be an atlas because I don't have different frames. And Blair. The texture is just going to be oh, I need to save the content. Where's my app state? First one to pronounce it right. Oh, okay. I take that as a win. Xykos, I guess. I'm gonna try to remember that. Hopefully not forget it. Okay, content manager for loading everything. And I'm just gonna save it at the top. Where is it? Here. Right now I'm trying to just add a player that can move around. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, also break tiles, but I already have tiles breaking implemented. On the wide overview, have you heard of such a game called Terraria? Well, I'm not making Terraria, so it's a good thing not to have your hopes too high up. I am, though, just hella inspired by Core Keeper and Terraria, if you heard of those games. Basically, side-scroller, underground, sandbox. So far, I've got barely anything working other than if it's gonna compile. Jesus Christ, taking a while. Yeah, other than breaking tiles, procedural generation, and placing down tiles. So, not that much. Okay, Terraria is an amazing game. You should definitely beat it. Not with your friend, not like alone. I think it's better with friends, but you know, never hurts to beat it alone as well. Uh, yeah, the thing that I'm doing is using a framework, but the only main things that I'm using this for is because it allows me to easily port to other platforms like Mac, Windows, uh, different game consoles as well. And I'm also using it for rendering, but the reason I like it is it's pretty low level, so it allows me to, in the future, I can just say, frick the renderer, I can make my own, which I have done before. I'm gonna try to find a good example. But if I go to my, oh wait, wrong button. Is it dashboard? Can I just click on my profile? Yeah. Don't mind the visuals, they suck. But they basically use the same engine, and the purpose of this was I just rewrote the rendering backend to use my own. So it is what I'm also planning on doing in the future, making my own renderer. I am just using it for the ability to say, I want this to work on Windows, I want this to work on Mac, I want to work for this to work on Linux, and not have to bother with that. But yeah, there is no fancy engine or anything. This is pretty bare bones. This is actually the same thing that Terraria used and Celeste, if you've heard of that game. Okay, so the player, quickly, I should clean up this code, but a bit later. Let me create my player. And load it. Okay. Still crazy though. I still rely on an engine and impressed using an. I heard of Celeste. It's one of my friends. It's one of my friends' same friend who forced me to buy Terraria favorite game. Yeah, Celeste is an amazing game, and there's no issue with using an engine. It's the main reason I'm not using one is I'm just not a fan of the workflow. But if you want to make games, like use whatever fits you the best. At least that's what I've been going for. It's not like I saw a game engine, I was like, nah, I'm gonna be cool and I'm gonna make my own thing. No, I actually made a few games with an engine, a few prototypes. I just realized I'm not a huge fan of the workflow, so I ended up trying something else, and this just fits my needs perfectly. That's why I stuck with it compared to any other choices I had. So right now I'm just gonna draw the player, vector 0, just to check if everything is set up correctly. Call this function here. The only thing that I have still not tested out with this framework is how to do async functions. But I'll probably can figure it out one day somehow. I don't know. Okay, well, it's mad at something. What just happened? Unhandled exception. Could not load asset player PNG. Maybe I don't need to put PNG in the name. Okay, what? The content file was not found. Ah, because I forgot to set up the root path. Notch be like, if you don't make a game by making a custom engine, you're not a real game developer. Notch be like, if you don't make a game by making a custom engine. No, that's a lie. Look at this game, for example. It's the game I can't wait to play. It is just so good. I don't know what this is. I'm talking about the game. Like this. Every pixel here is simulated. It's a Terraria-like sandbox. And it's so goddamn impressive visually. Let me try to find something else because there's a lot of useless pictures here. Like, just look at this. It's so good. Okay, well, the quality on Steam is really bad. But this is made with Unity. Like, it doesn't matter what you use as long as you can use it correctly and you love using it. Notch liked using Java, I guess. Weird guy. Some people like using Python, like Piped Potato, if you heard of that guy. Some people like using Unity, like Danny or Chucklefish, the creators of Kiora and Corekeeper. Yeah, you should look into that game. It's amazing. It's not yet released, nor there is an announced date, but they have a Discord server, and it's pretty active with new updates on the game and what they're implementing and how they implement it. Oh, yeah, I do know who Notch is. Okay, I'm not that bad. Near 3. Okay, maybe I am bad. I don't know what that game is. Near 3. Oh wait, I mean no, I do know it. Never mind. Isn't it called Nier Automata though? I thought that was the name of the game. Nier series. Yeah, it is Nier Automata. So, okay, no, I do know the game. Uh, Anyways, what was I doing? I was trying to set up the root folder real quick. So in here, I do before content, go here. I do content, root directory, the content folder. The series is Nier. I'm waiting for a sequel. First game is Replicant, second is Automata, even though they're both are like thousands of years away. I mean, average game development. I was really never into like anime styled games. I don't even know why they seem so cool, but I just never got into playing them. Like, oh, what was there? Another cool looking game. I can't remember it now. Wait, maybe I can check here. Um, no, yeah, I don't remember. But there are a lot of cool games there that I still haven't tried out, mostly because the current machine I'm on isn't powerful enough to run any of them, most likely. I like story games. The more depressing, the better, lol. uh, I can see. If you like story games, I suggest you take a look at Darkwood. It's a indie game, and it's honestly just amazing. There isn't really much to say about it other than the fact that it's incredibly difficult. Okay, so the player is drawing very small, just fine. I do want to make it so, okay, where do I create the camera right now? Okay, take this out of here. Where's the camera class? Okay, no, never mind, everything is fine there. Put the camera into here. All right, you're the new guy go to for indie recommendations now. Yeah, I play mostly indie games rather than AAA titles, which, I mean, I think is a normal thing. Okay, let me do camera zoom, 3.5. Also, let me remove all of this, because a lot of errors. Huh. I do need to use the camera here, so let me just camera 2D camera equals player.camera. And in here, same goes for this camera 2D equals player.camera. Would you consider Clair Obscur an indie game? Well, if I haven't heard of it, that's not a good sign. Clair Obscur. Oh, you mean Expedition 33? Jesus Christ. Um, I remember. Huh. I've heard some stuff about it being indie, technically, but then again, the budget was huge. They found a very good, I think, a publisher, if I'm not wrong. But when they won the Game Awards, everyone was hella mad for them being called indie, so I don't even know honestly. It definitely doesn't look like an indie game. I'm gonna say that like right now. Yeah, okay, 10 million. Yeah, it's definitely not an indie game. Nah, I don't believe that. No indie game ever had a budget of 10 goddamn million. Okay, let's remove this. That's so much money. No. Okay, so the camera, is everything working? Just check. Okay, yeah. Now I just need to update the camera position. Camera dot position is going to be equal to this position. So, but it's going to be a new vector of position.x plus window width divided by 2 divided by camera.zoom. And same goes for position.y plus globals window client bounds height divided by 2 divided by camera dot zoom. Okay, these are two huge lines of code. Okay. Count into outsourcing an employee salary if you logically think about it. Any game which made a lot of. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. But yeah, indie as between $10,000 to like a hundred. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I can see it being to a million, maybe, if you get like a very good fundraiser or like Kickstarter campaign. But other than that, that is like so unlikely. Okay, let's see. Does the camera actually lock incorrectly? Nope, it doesn't because I forgot to call the update function. Okay, I don't need that. I can close it. Camera, that's the update. I don't need that there. I can just do this here. Update player. The funny thing about publisher is that people consider Stray an indie, I'm pretty sure. What? Stray is an indie game? Nah, any game which does like 3D motion capturing for every single part of the game is not an indie game. It's like people who say that Detroit Become Human is an indie game. Like, it has such an insane budget and so much crazy technologies put into it. I don't believe it could be an indie game. Okay, crazy technologies, sure, could be an indie game, but the amount of money. I would say that Detroit Become Human may have been made by a. Wait, let me actually check on Steam because I'm about to probably say something absolutely stupid, which I don't want to do. Detroit Become Human. Yeah, sure. Quantic. Okay, maybe the publisher, maybe the company is indie, but the game is not indie. I do not know how to describe, but so much went into this. This is such not an indie game. The funny thing, hey, I'm legit stealing my school Arduino to make a makeshift mocap for my game. Bruh, stealing is not good, but I can't really stop you other than suggest you to. Please don't steal stuff. Arduinos aren't even that expensive, are they? Arduino. It's like, oh no, that's a cable. Never mind. Oh, borrowing. Okay, yeah, you should have said that at the start. Yeah, borrowing is fine. Borrowing, of course. Um, so check. Is the position correct now? Should be. It's so isn't. What? Where even am I? Let me debug this. Console.WriteLine camera.position. Oh, it's supposed to be minus. Wait, is it 28228 and width divided by 2 divided by camera zoom? Wait, how do I get the center point? I already did this. I just divided by that. Huh. If I'll return it when I graduate, if I remember, bro. Like, okay. Just as a legal notice, I was not involved in the borrowing process of the Arduino, so I am in no matter involved in this. So camera, so it wasn't working. It's taking the position X, position Y, getting the width, getting half of the width, then dividing that by camera zoom. Okay. Oh, because that's the corner. Yeah, I need to do minus. No, it should be in the center. Yeah, okay. Now it's in the center. Gotta be resourceful with what you have. Exactly. You know, my parents always said, if life gives you lemons, borrow them. So, now that the camera is updating, I can actually update the player position. So let's do the default game stuff. Bool grounded equals false. If not grounded, then we do in air physics. For this, let me get a float gravity. Let's set it to like something like minus 9.8. And so we do position dot y plus equals gravity. Wait, is it multiplied by gravity? I don't remember. Wait, hold up. Why do you need to borrow something that was given? That's a good question. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Also, what the hell's happening? At least the cave generation is working, you can see that. I'm doing this incorrectly. Position dot y. I'm gonna be adding to the position y my gravity, which is supposed to be positive. Right? That's how physics work. I mean, I'm supposed to be multiplying mass by gravity, but okay, where's the player though? Oh, that's because I draw it with vector 0. I need to draw it at position. Okay, let's see. Now it should be, yep. With this, it's now to check if I am grounded. But in this case, okay, now the hardest part is grounded. Why not use velocity and just... Yeah, I am gonna do that. Basically, what I need to do now, let me open Aseprite, because I don't have paint. I'm boring like that. So, if this is my player, my cool little player here, and I want to move him there by 1 pixel, but there's a wall, like let's say somewhere here. What I do is I first create a phantom movement of it, And I'm like, oh, let's see what happens if I move them here. Then I'm like, oh wait, it intersects. That's not good. So then just don't move them here. Another thing I can do is I can check the amount of the velocity in pixels, and I'm going to be like, okay, my velocity in pixels on the x-axis is equal to 5. Oh, that's an S. That's a 5. Okay, yeah. My velocity in pixels is equal to 5. So then I'm going to be like going through each pixel that I moved, like one by one. Be like, oh, okay, that's fine. Bam. Oh no, I'm overlapping. Nuh-uh. Stay back here and then finish the loop. The approach I want to take is... I don't even know, honestly. I could go for... Yeah, I think it's better if I go for each pixel, so... I need a integer velocity x, and I need a velocity y. What I do here is to the velocity y, I add the gravity. It should be also an integer. Just change it to 9. And then the end of this, I do position plus equals a new vector of velocity x and velocity y. The reason I do these integers is so it's easier in the future to do, what is it called? To do iterations. Free game dev also. That sounds smart. Exactly. I definitely did not steal this from anywhere. I'd never steal stuff. Yeah, I did. That's like the basic system, I think. Dead cells per pixel collisions, it's called. Yeah, this. Is it this? I don't know. Don't mind it, I don't have a ad blocker. But yeah, I think this is a small paper explaining how per pixel collisions work. Was it? Ah, I can't even find it right now. It was made by the creator of the Dead Cells. They published a paper on how to do per pixel collisions. Is it this? No, it's just a repository. Never mind. Bad developers copy, good developers steal. My grade 9 design. You know, that means that I'm the best out there. If I'm just stealing. Anyways, let's see. The problem that I have right now is that I somehow need to get... Okay, I need to do some renaming. Tile size, this is in pixels. So I'm going to change this here. Let me just go for each tile size. What? I change it to tile size, pixels, and I apply it to all replays except for here. Okay, it should all be fine. Yes, it is. So now with this, what I do is I need to get the chunk position of the player. How do I do that? Good question. First of all, let me save my loaded chunks. Where are they at? Loaded chunks. Let me save them here. So I can access them anywhere from the app. Public, dictionary, bam. And then I just use it everywhere. App state, no, globals. Where else do I use it? Here. So what am I doing here? This is for, oh yeah, this is for getting rendered chunks, changing chunks. And this is the way a vector to tile chunk. So this returns the chunk position and the tile position. This is actually what I need. Okay. Let me copy this over. So what I need to do. Hey, Kira, wait, I can say this. Kira Ayaz. I'm doing well. Hopefully you're doing amazingly as well. Just stealing code from myself right now. I should also probably make this a public function. Does it use anything specific to the... and doesn't seem to be using anything. Public static. Okay. And I can just, I need to do globals here. And here as well. So this way, I put into here my position. So I get the position of the tile and the position of the chunk. Using this. Okay, I have this. So now what I need to do. Yeah, okay, so now I do create a new vector too called next position. This is for preventing colliding into walls. There's going to be a velocity, which is basically going to be the same thing here. Let me just copy this into here. So that's how I get my next position. And here, I check, I go for each integer tile in... Oh wait, I can't do that. I need to do a for loop. Yep. How many... anyways, nice talking to you and learning. I bet gotta go. Oh, okay, yeah, you should definitely go to sleep. It was nice having you here though. See ya. How many hours you code in one day? I right now have a lot of other stuff to do, so I don't code as much. Somewhere around like 2 to 3 hours a day. But depends on the day. I can sometimes, for example, I'm not even gonna hide it. There's no reason of hiding it. Just a normal student schedule. Like sometimes if I go here right now, I didn't do anything for like so long. So it's fine. Like look at this, from June till October I had no contributions whatsoever, mostly because I wasn't publishing anything to GitHub. But anyways, yeah. So with this, I now have my next position. I check for... how do I do this? I want to go through each tile. Globals, loaded chunks. The key is ctpos item 1. So I'm gonna go here. And then I go tiles. And I do for each. Oh, wait, no, that's not how it works. Then I go for int x. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna do this. X is less than globals, chunk size, x plus plus. And okay, let me just copy this out for now. The same goes for y. Globals chunk size, y plus plus. So I now just do bam, tiles on the x, y. And I check if this tile exists, so if this is equal to 1, okay, a better way of doing it is not equal to 0. And then I do if new rectangle with the CT position item 1 dot x multiplied by globals chunk size in pixels, and then I do the same thing for the y, and I add on top of this. Oh my god, this is going to be a huge line of code. I'm going to need to simplify this a lot later on. I love your work. I appreciate. Oh, thank you, man. I really haven't done anything so far, but it's nice to hear. Suppose x, and I multiply this by the globals chunk size. Oh no, tile size. And then I do the same here. Just change it to y. And then I specify the size, which should be globals dot tile size and globals dot tile size. And it's screaming at me because something is probably not an integer. So add explicit cast, add explicit cast. And I do contains a new point. Oh, yeah, xy. I don't even think I need to add new point. I can just do xy. Oh wait, not xy. What am I doing? Position.x and position.y. And I create this into a vector. New vector. Never mind, it's supposed to be a point. But then I have to convert all of this to integers. Oh my god. This is why we write pseudocode. This is not going to be the final code in any sense of the word. It's just for testing purposes. So now, with this, I can go... So it contains a new point. If it contains, for now, we can just do console.writeLine colliding. And then let me write like another line so I can actually distinguish between different things. Oof. Yeah. I forgot to reset velocity to 0 here. That was not a good thing for me to do. And the same goes for that. Okay. Let me make it more visible. Let me just create a color here real quick, which is equal to color.white. Color is equal to color.white. And if I'm colliding, I'm going to change the color to be color.red. And then use this here for rendering so I can see better instead of writing text. Okay, so at least now I can see that. Oh, what? Worked there for a second. Contains. Okay, this is a very bad way of how I did it. What I need to do is I need to check for. How do I even check this? Next position. Okay, instead of position, I'm going to be using a public rectangle. That should be easier. Rectangle. 0, 0, and the sizes of my sprite are just going to be 16 by 16 right now. So with this, I can do this, and I don't need to worry about any stupid rectangle. Okay, no, I'm gonna need to to redo that. So here the x plus equal velocity. Oh, it's just gonna be equal to next position. So with this, let's see. I pass in a new vector here too, rectangle dot x and rectangle dot y. Then the next position is going to be equal next position dot x is going to be plus equal velocity x, and next position dot y is going to be plus equal velocity dot y. Let's see. So this should move the player downwards. Yep. Oh, the player is kind of squished. Why is that? What's the size of the sprite? Oh, it's 16 by 20. Okay. So what I do now is I go for int x of equals 0, x is less than velocity x, and then I do x offset plus plus. Same goes for the y axis. Okay, let's see, y, and I just this is velocity y. How do I do this? How do I do this? I need to somehow get a... I do... Actually, not like that. What I do here is I create bam, bam, rectangle. Let me forget about that for a second. I do next position dot x plus x offset. And then I do the same for the y. Next position y plus equals y offset. So now that I'm going for each one, the position, I need to somehow convert it to a tile. How do I get tile position? This very complicated way. Also, I can just simplify this. Just a good suggestion. Bam, bam. I'm pretty sure I can make this faster. The calculation. Let's see. So let's say I pass in -5, -5. That is supposed to become 11, 11. What I can do here, what is C position? That's chunk position. R position Wait. What is our position? Let me write this out. Right line, R pause. Isn't it? I think it's like relative position. 96, 48. Wait, can't I already just... Oh wait, no, I am doing this already. Here. The tile X and tile Y. Okay, now this is a way of getting it. Okay, that's fine. Public static. Here to get vector to vector to tile. Vector to position. Yeah, okay. I'm just questioning everything that I'm doing right now, just so I don't make any mistakes that I'll regret in the future. Do this, and then just return a vector of RTX and RTY. Let's see, so this returns the vector. I mean, no, this returns the tile. So I do tile pause, t pause. It's going to be equal to vector to globals, vector to tile. It's going to be next position. I should actually create an overload of this function, which takes in the x and y, and x, and y. So replace this to x and replace this to y. And I also don't need any integer conversions in that case. Just so I can use this easier, so it's going to be next position dot x and next position dot y. Okay, now with this tile position that I have, I need to check in which chunk it is. So I go... Oh wait, this all just comes back to the fact that oh my god, this is still going to be the way to go. Just instead of that, let me also make a copy of this and make an overload, which takes in an integer x and an integer y. X, I don't need that, and y. So can't I just change this to point? Then this also to point, just so I don't need to use that. Or does it not allow me to do multiplication? Yep, it doesn't allow me to do multiplications. Okay, that'll stay as a vector then, which is sad. So now that I have this, I know in which chunk it is. So what I do is if that chunk pixel, let me get it real quick, bam, just copy that into here. So if this is equal to 1, then I do console dot right, oh no, color equals red. No, not dot red. Oh yeah, red. No, never mind. So now let's actually test this out, see if this is gonna work. So change the... Actually, no, I don't need to change anything. I just do position. Not position rectangle x plus velocity x and rectangle y plus velocity y. Okay, Let's see. It does not seem to be working. Or at least the tile breaking is working, so that's nice. And it's working fast, I guess. Oh, why isn't it being set to red though? Is my question. This is okay. Let me remove that. So it's an integer. This is all good. It moves down. Oh, does it never even run the loop? I think it never even runs the loop, that's why. Yep, it never even runs the loop. That means that I need to break this down into 2 different loops. So like that. And like that. Oh, wait. I can just do that, can't I? And x offset is less than velocity dot x plus 1. Like this. And the same goes for this. I think this can work. And y offset is less than 1. Okay, let's see. Oh, wait, it's not gonna freaking... Oh, what? It does work. Let's go. It works pretty well, actually. It's not doing it exactly how I want it to because it needs to be here. But the basic idea is there. Okay, so now with this, and I also need to do this before I get the position. How do I check if I have changed the y or the x? I can just do 2 more variables, I guess. But in that case, okay, let's see. Can I just, for now, do like if it's colliding, do grounded to true. So now I should stop falling. Okay, let me break this real quick. Huh. Why is it not falling? Is it always just setting it to true? Oh, because it's never set to false. I also do grounded to false. Okay. Okay, now what I need to do is create an int final x offset and int final y offset. So when it's equal to true, I break. But before I break, I set this to x offset and I set this to y offset. So I do fx offset and fy offset. This should make it not go through like 5,000 tiles. Yo, hello Saibo, how you doing? I'm here just testing out collisions, and as you can see, it's not working at all. Hello? You live? Doesn't seem like it is. Man, how do I... Jesus Christ. Grounded. Yes, set it to false. Does it just never set it to false? Why wouldn't it set it to false? Is it because of the break? It moved down there for a second. Oh, what? What the hell? Physics? That is... It's the new building method I found. Look at this. Oh, wait. It's amazing. Bro, what is this? Bro, you can only watch 10 minutes, that's good enough. I'm gonna try to fix this issue in 10 minutes. So, let's see. If the loaded chunk tile, the position of the tile, is equal to 1, then I just do that. Shouldn't I do -1 in that case here? Let's see, maybe that works better. I think that could have been the issue. And before it was at least moving. Okay, let me remove all of this here. Okay, but also, what is this? I have a console write line somewhere. Where is it? Okay, here it is. And that's it. And it's never gonna move again. Yep. Okay. What? I don't get this. It goes for each offset, right? It gets the position. Oh my god, I'm stupid. On so many levels. I was checking the previous position for collisions, not the future one. Didn't seem to change anything. Just sad. Really nothing? Oh. I guess. Sorry, what? Is it reverse collision? What? What is happening right now? What is this? He's just flying. Look at him go. Um. So yeah. Why is this happening? This is supposed to be equal to 0? Why would it be equal to 0? Oh, what? It is. But why is it moving? Wait, let me clear out this area to see where it's moving. Why is it moving diagonally like that? But okay, let me write out the velocities I have here. And Fy offset as well. With this, okay, let's see. It's -1. Why is it -1? Oh, because it's 0. I'm stupid. But in that case, why isn't it falling down? Oh, what? No, it did fall down there for a second. Wait, let me make a hole. Did it? Or am I going crazy? I think I'm going crazy. Oh, what? Oh! Wait a second. The -1 maybe? Yeah, I already removed that. It moved down there for a second. Do I have this captured here? Nope, I don't. Okay, yeah. But if it moved down, that means that something is working. Alright, that's already good enough. In that case, what do I do? What do I do? Let's see. I should just brake. Right? Nope. Oh, okay. Well, I got him back to the part where it is only willing to go down if that happens, which is also interesting. And why is that happening? I set that tile to true, and it sees that it's not equal to true, so it's set to false. So this needs to check if it's a tile. Okay. But then it just doesn't do anything. You don't see a tile there. You let me remove the break statement. Maybe that's the issue. I don't... But, okay, let's see. The tile is equal to nothing. So the grounded should be set to false. So we go back up here. We check if the grounded is false. Then we to the y velocity add gravity. The gravity is 9. Basically 9 pixels. Let me change this to be like somewhat smaller. Then, with that, I do... What do I do? Yeah, I go through each pixel of the velocity, which is not a good idea now that I'm thinking about it. Oh. Saibo, I guess. So, if it's 0 to not, if it's equal to 1, I go here. And I change this to be the rectangle. I ignore this because it's just going to be set to 0. Then I go here. It's going to be set to 1. It finds the tile and chunk there. Then it goes through, it gets that tile. It checks if it's equal to 1. If it is 1, then it's grounded. In that case, I can just return this. Wait. Okay, can I do return? But that's just gonna stop the function, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is. I don't even think there's a point in trying it. Yeah. So it checks if it's equal to 1. It's not equal to 1, so it still false. Oh, I forgot to set this here. Oh my god. So now that I have this here, it should fix the issue, right? Let's see. Okay, it didn't fix anything. Let me clear out the area. Let me see. Nope, nothing I do change. Seems to work. Okay. Okay. Is it okay? Not really. It should be equal to 1. But then it goes, okay. Remove the break thing. Oh my god. Let's see. So I check if it's equal to 1. No, this is all correct. Do I need to just do +1 here? On all of these? Oh, but then I'm gonna just be moving to the right. Okay, I think I need to start off at 1. Okay, how am I supposed to, my brain is hurting right now. Ah, let me go through just the y-axis. Okay, so I get the y offset. From the very beginning, it's equal to 0. I check if it's less than velocity y. And in that time, I just increase it. We copy this code here now. Remove it from here. I don't have that. I don't have that. So this should work, right? Let's see. Failed some error. What? Oh, there's a semicolon missing, I'm guessing. Yep, there was a semicolon missing. Okay. So what is happening here right now? It's saying that's equal to 0, but the y offset is also equal to 0 in this case right now. So I should... Yeah, but I go through each thing. I go through each one of them without stopping. Let me write out actually here the y offset. I think that would give me a lot of information. 0, 0, just constantly 0. Why is it constantly 0? At least I know that it's working. That's a nice bonus. But why is it constantly 0? Less than velocity y. Velocity y, let's set this to like 5. Okay, yeah, never mind. It's not always 0. And that's actually what I wanted to see. It's 0, 1, 2, 3. So I get this where here, and I just remove all of this, and I just do grounded equals that. Which is still gonna have the same result. Yep, nothing is changing. But the y offset, I got it equal to 4, right? So why wasn't I moving down by 4? Why wasn't I moving down? Okay, let me write down console fy offset, and on the other side I'm gonna debug the position of the player. On the y, of course, I don't need anything else right now because nothing is changing. I should do right line because otherwise I can't really read that. 0, 8. 0, 8. Vector to tile chunk. Oh no, it is rounded down. Okay, no, never mind. But why is this equal to 0? How much is y offset? What? What is happening here? So it does it one loop, which is good. It gets here, it writes it down, it does the second loop, and then it just stops writing it. Am I forgetting to reset something? Doesn't seem like I am. Let me remove velocity x entirely for now. I am... Hello, I love drones. I'm just stumbled by an error I'm having. What if I just blatantly set this to 5? It's still equal to 0. What? What? Sorry. I'm literally setting it to be a specific number. Yeah, 5, 5, 5, 0, 5, 5. Then just goes 0, 10. It just stops opening this. Why does it stop doing that? Do I just need to constantly keep checking this? Or y offset is less than 1? Will this help? Hello. Please, if you know me, do not use my name. Thank you. I appreciate it. Wait, who are you though? Let me try to guess. 3rd of December joined. No goddamn clue. Okay, so nonetheless, it is working. Okay. Now I just need to actually be checking for the tile. I need to be checking for the tile which is below the player. So that's going to be plus 16 here. Well, it's almost working. I just need to check that. If grounded, let me set this here. If grounded, then I just break from the loop. This should result in me. Nope, it doesn't result in anything. Oh, because the offset is 20 pixels. I keep forgetting that. Okay, let's see. Okay, now it looks like the guy is standing. The falling speed is way too much though. Let me change it to like 2. Okay. Well, this is very patient falling speed. I need to actually also get another CT pause too. I guess I'm gonna call it. This is 1. And the other one is just gonna be X plus globals dot tile size. Oh wait, no, I can just do T pause. Vector to tile. Yep, because it's still gonna be the same chunk. So in here I'm gonna be doing grounded equals that, or wait, I need to put that here so it's more readable. Or it's globals loaded chunks, CT position 1, item 1, tiles, go through each tile. This is called, oh wait, just a second, I need to ban a guy in Twitch. Okay, this is called Groovebox. It's free and it looks very nice. So let's see, this is supposed to be T-pause 2. This is also Y equals 1. Okay. This is very slow falling speed. Let me change it a bit more. So I guess I got collisions somewhat working. And I think I should not reset velocity to Y unless I'm grounded. If I'm grounded, velocity is equal to 0. Let's see how, because now I'm gonna like fall faster and faster. Okay, that's like way faster. Okay, that's still pretty fast, but the idea is there. I think I should just do something like this and convert it to an integer. So it's a slower speed up time. Or no speed up time, I'm guessing. Okay, no, this doesn't work. Oh yeah, it doesn't work because the gravity gets it. Now I need to figure out how to do this with floats. or I can do it the next time, or while I'm not on stream. Because the system I have here right now, it sure works, as you can see, but this is like so intensive. I'm pretty sure. I'm actually not that sure how intensive it is. It is just checking for the tiles in the chunk and the calculations. At least I tried my best to optimize them, so they should be fast. But I'm gonna try and find a way how to do per pixel collisions. Because tile collisions, they work right now, but the main issue with tile collisions is that after like you start adding slopes and half blocks, it becomes literally, I mean, it is still possible, but just becomes so much more difficult to implement something like that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try and look into per pixel collisions instead of doing what I'm doing here. This is technically per pixel collisions though, but it's like so bad. I also need to keep track of which side I collide from, if it's top, bottom. When I get a tile, I also need to check the tile offset, like the Y offset. Basically, how per pixel collisions work is, let me open up real quick and show it. If you have a player, let's say like this, and you have like some terrain here and a slope, what it needs to do is, if it's on a flat terrain, it's all pretty easy. Just set it to just do it like in normal collisions. But when it starts going here, what you need to do, like let's say the player is here. Let me change this to be on a different layer, so it's easier to show. So like if the player enters here, what do I do then? What you need to do is you need to have like the information saved of what is the height of this pixel here, like this one specifically. In this case, it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's going to be like height of 10. So, okay, this color is awful. Let me change it to something more readable. So the height of this pixel here is 10. So what you need to do is, if your player enters this Y position, it checks for the height of the pixel and it sets it to 10. That is how basically slopes work. But it's like very difficult to do if you have per tile based collisions, because right now my system doesn't see slopes. It only sees like, it doesn't see a slope here, it just sees like a wall. So yeah, I need to find a way to go around this. I did some time ago, I was also trying to implement a system like this. Why can't I not? What? Did my Firefox crash? I think my Firefox crashed. That's pretty strange, I'd say. Let me go back right now real quick. Okay. Like a while ago, I was like looking through Dead Cells. Oh no, let me mute my stream. A while ago, I did go through like Dead Cells per pixel collisions, but I cannot remember the paper which was talking about it. Because per pixels collisions is basically the basis of any 2D pixel art game, if you're doing one. At least I think so. It's simple, somewhat simple. There's still some math behind it, but not that much. Where was that? Maybe this was the paper. It was made by the like actual developers of Dead Cells, so it is trustworthy. Okay, this page is taking a while to load. Let me check. I think if I have it stored. somewhere here. Okay, there's this. And there's also supposed to be another one somewhere here. Oh, I think I found it. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay. This might look hella weird, but this is basically the way Celeste implemented physics. Yeah, in Towerfall and in Celeste. It's made by the developer of Celeste as well, Maddie. So I'm gonna give this a read, and I'm also gonna give a read to this, which basically describes the way Dead Cells, if you've ever heard of that game, does collisions. And I'm gonna remake it, because right now this is very bad. Visually it works, I guess, but I am planning on making this into an actual project, so just having it work visually isn't really an option. Nonetheless, I did do stuff today, mostly fixing old stupid code. So, thanks for joining. I am going to be heading out now. Next stream, hopefully, I will have either implemented this system or at least read how it works, so I can implement it during the stream. Thanks a lot for joining. If you want to see the progress on how everything is going, I have a Discord linked in the description, I'm pretty sure. I don't even know, honestly. Wait, let me see. Do I have it? Oh yeah, I do have it. Okay, so if you want to join the Discord, I am active there, as I don't have a lot of stuff to do right now. But otherwise, see you next time. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.